there'll be situations that you're going to need to ask for help, and I recommend definitely asking for the help, but preparing a little bit in advance before you are required to do so will help build your confidence for it. I'd say it's really good to prepare a phrase that suits your condition. So for example, I might say, I have a medical condition that affects my mobility and it's really affected my ability to walk right now, and so I do need a wheelchair. And just kind of preparing that phrase that you might say to a stranger can be really useful, because it is actually quite difficult if you've recently been diagnosed, or if you haven't discussed your condition with many people, to suddenly, especially if you're feeling tired or your symptoms are flaring up, to be able to communicate this to them. So having a little phrase prepared will really, really help you. And if you do find yourself in a situation where you need to ask for help but you can't communicate it verbally, I strongly recommend preparing a card that says your phrase and explains maybe a little bit about your conditions, so that you can just have it with you and get it out and hand it to the person that you need to communicate this to. You can also translate it into a different language, of course, if you're going to a place that doesn't speak your native language. So although you technically shouldn't have to justify yourself or prove yourself or even explain your condition to somebody, they should really understand. I find that it is useful, just for my peace of mind, to bring a doctor's letter with me that contains all the details of my condition, so that I can show it to them. I have it on hand when I'm travelling and moving about, just to kind of justify the reasons that I need help, because it is an invisible illness.